Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
If you're standing, please hold on to the handrails and stay clear of the doors until the monorail stops completely and the doors open.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is episode 117. You found ResortLoop.com. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And Bob, it's coming up quickly.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be Mother's Day.
You guys have no excuse. We're warning you way ahead of time.
You can't order flowers quickly. The quicker the better.
There you go.
You don't want to have to drive up to the airport and find that a refrigerated case and be picking them out from there.
I am, as soon as we're done with this, I'm driving to Disney just to get a little something for my wife and then driving straight home. So.
Does she enjoy the Zebra Dome? You could take on a cooler, bring those back.
I have a feeling those would be gone by Georgia.
You got to put them in the trunk, out of arm's reach.
Oh, Zebra Domes. Anyway, Tim, so real quick before we start the show, I got a special shout out for some new listeners of ours.
Oh, yes.
We've got two new countries.
Oh.
Two?
It's not the Isle of Man, is it? We already mentioned them.
We already talked about the Isle of Man.
Let's not bring them up anymore. Apparently, I crossed the line at some point.
There were some emails.
Yeah, there were.
No, this time we have, apparently we have some hobbits listening.
The hobbits?
Which is awesome. The wonderful, beautiful nation of New Zealand is now listening to us.
I so want to visit New Zealand.
So do I. Doesn't it look just amazing? So New Zealand, welcome aboard the Resort Loop.
They're big into yachting down there. America's Cup, the whole thing.
Yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. Yeah, and they have like all the seasons too. I guess it's a beautiful place to be. Yes. So I may retire to New Zealand as soon as they get a Disney park. And also, are you ready for this?
I'm sitting down.
There could be two ways to interpret this.
Okay.
We're only going to interpret it one way.
The positive way.
The positive way. We now have the beautiful country of Colombia.
Ooh.
And I can only attribute that to the official coffee of ResortLoop.com, Joffrey's.
Yes.
And maybe our good pal Chris DiMenzo is down there.
He might be down there listening to the show.
So, hey, Chris, and hey, everybody in Colombia.
Thanks for listening.
So, and we're not going to interpret any other reason why we'd be in Colombia.
No.
Anyway,
there's Disney fans everywhere, Bob. We all know that.
Absolutely. And speaking of Disney fans, our favorite Disney fans, of course, are Disney moms.
Oh. Yes.
So we put out on the Looper poll a while ago.
I love the polls.
We put out, we wanted to know who your top Disney moms are, your top 5 Disney moms. So this was kind of interesting, Tim. I thought it would be a little more popular.
Mm-hmm.
It was still a good polling of people. But certainly not like our food polls. Jeez, oh man.
People love their food more than their mom.
Don't they, though? My goodness. There was a little bit of confusion early on. I will say that. And I know I'm going to butcher this name. Andrew Carreri, I think. Andrew. He was a little confused. He thought that it was we were talking about the Disney Moms panel. So Andrew came up, and we're going to give props to our Disney Moms panel folks. Andrew's top 5 anyway was at Brookie1248, at BOGP Marcy, at Becca_C, at eWeaver6405, and at TMFLT Pam.
Oh, so we know them.
Yeah. So, we love our Disney moms, and a special shout out to the Disney Moms panel. And that no particular order from Andrew, but just a little shout out to those lovely ladies. But what we were looking for, of course, was our actual Disney moms, created by the Disney company.
And their wonderful movie division.
And they're wonderful movies, absolutely. So quite a few, and some that I was actually very surprised with. But before we get started, let's talk about our top 5, Tim.
Excellent.
So why don't you give me your number 5 Disney mom?
Coming in at number 5 for
Yes.
Resort Loop Tim on the Disney moms. From The Lion King, you know her, you love her.
Oh,
Sarabi.
Yeah, she's wonderful. I liked her.
She birthed the king. The future king.
Future king.
A lot had to go down before he became king.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? She didn't make my list. She did not make my list.
She was a strong mom. What?
Very strong mom.
Oh.
I went a different direction here. Okay. And this one, and I love this movie, so maybe that's why I picked her. Franny Robinson was my number 5 from Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, she was on my list. Not this list, but she was in my top 10. I want a different. Explain.
I just think, she's such a warm, accepting person and has the crazy extended family and was willing to take in, an orphan who ends up being, with the whole time travel thing, her actual husband. So that was kind of weird, but I like Franny Robinson. I love the movie Meet the Robinsons. Great movie. Number 4.
I love your thinking with that. That's going to make sense with mine later.
Ooh,
Coming in at number 4. I mean, I forgot her name, and I didn't even think about looking it up. But we all know her as Andy's mom.
Well, that's all that's her name, Andy's mom.
A single mom taking care of her, kids, getting them toys.
Well, are we sure that she's a single mom, or is dad just always at work?
You're still a single mom if the dad's always at work, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Did she say something about wait till your father gets home or something at some point?
That I don't know.
I don't remember. I have to go back and watch. That'll be sheer torture.
Yeah. Well, our listeners, I'm sure, will let us know. Let us know about that.
But I love Andy's mom.
I like Andy's mom. Yeah, she's very nice.
Plus, I always think of Roseanne when I'm listening to Andy's mom.
And,
or Sheldon's mom from Big Bang Theory. Same person. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're digressing.
I know, I'm all over the place. As I told you before the show, I've had a cup and a half of coffee so far.
Way too much coffee.
And we're recording in the morning as opposed to the evening, so I'm wide awake.
It's a little odd for us. Yeah, absolutely.
This is a whole different Resort Loop Tim right now. I'm sorry, you're number 4, Bob.
I don't know. I'm just going to stop. Go ahead. You just do your thing, man. My number 4 would be Kala from Tarzan.
Oh.
She takes in Tarzan.
Yes.
She confronts oh geez, it's escaping me now. The big gorilla.
Yes.
The silverback.
Yes.
And it's like, no way.
not here. You're not.
Not in my
not up
house.
in here. Oh no, you didn't.
Kerchak. She confronts Kerchak and
Yes.
says, "I'm not putting up with you. I'm taking in this baby, even though he has no fur."
Yes.
So I like Kala. Number 3 for you.
Number 3, I went kind of the way you went with the one. I went with Nora. Got to go with me on this from Pete's Dragon.
Wow.
Because she wasn't initially a mother, but she took in Pete.
How about that?
And by the end, they were becoming a family.
The orphan. Yeah.
The orphan, very similar. And it shows, some of the best moms are adoptive moms. Kind of the same thing you were doing with Meet the Robinsons.
Absolutely. There you go. I like that one. I didn't even see her. That's a great call, though.
Well, it's kind of along the same lines, just what you were saying. So,
great call. My number 3, and this is going to be a little controversial because she ranked up there pretty high. But my number 3 was Mrs. Jumbo, Dumbo's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't cry when they're doing that song and she's in lockup and her little trunk's coming out and caressing Dumbo, hey, you're made of stone.
You're not human.
You are not human. Oh. All right. What do you got?
Number 2.
We're
going over to Beauty and the Beast for Mrs. Potts.
Oh, love Mrs. Potts.
Because, they had the adversity of becoming China. And she was still taking care of her kids. And when they became human again, she's still taking care of her kids.
That's right.
So she overcame some adversity and stayed a mom the whole time.
How about that?
She didn't dwell on her circumstances. She kept plugging forward.
And really, took care of the whole castle. She was the mom to everybody in the castle.
Well, that's true, too. But poor little Chip. Chip didn't want to share his mom. Oh, I'm taking that a different way.
Wow.
But yes, Mrs. Potts, number 2.
So Mrs. Potts is good, but Chip is a little stinker.
No,
Chip. Is that what you're saying?
Well, he was a little high maintenance, I do recall.
All right. My number 2, I'm going again, a completely different area here.
Oh.
You ready for this? I'm going Helen Parr, Elastigirl from The Incredibles.
You did not just take Helen Parr.
Yeah, I did. She was willing to sacrifice everything for her kids and her husband.
Yes.
She's taking care of the whole house there. When Mr. Incredible is acting like a jerk, running around.
And he was.
Not taking care of the family. She was the glue that kept it together.
Oh.
Because she's elastic.
She is. She's a superhero.
There you go. All right. Here it is. Your number 1.
Was Helen Parr. Thank you very much.
Oh.
For everything you mentioned. Everything you mentioned.
I like her. I like that.
I liked her a lot. And I'm excited that they're going to be doing a new Incredible. So I'm excited to see where they end up going with that.
Oh, man. Me too. It's a high time that's going to happen.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. All right. My number 1.
Yes.
I'm kissing up.
Oh.
I went the easy route, but now you're going to find, and she made our total list. Flora Call Disney made the list for, that was Walt's mom. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even be doing this right now.
Was she in a movie?
You probably wouldn't even like me if we didn't have Disney.
Well, that's probably true. I mean, you're cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, I went kind of in that direction. I went with the to me, I think a wonderful woman, a wonderful mom, and that would be Lillian Disney, Walt's wife. And I'm going to tell you why. Kind of the same things along the lines of Helen Parr. She kept the whole family together. She helped Walt realize his dream. She raised 2 wonderful daughters and helped take care of 7 grandchildren. I like Lillian Disney.
I thought we were doing movie moms.
I know. I cheated.
You threw
I told you.
You threw in a curveball for the last one. Oh,
it's the way I roll.
Wow.
Anyway, nobody cares about what we think.
Well, that's true, because we don't know where we're going. I'm building up to a peak here, and you pull out the rug from under me.
That's why we went with our listener poll.
That's
because
right.
they do know what's going on.
They're the ones that absolutely have an idea.
Man, you are crazy when you have coffee.
Well, I don't know what else to do.
You got a little extra sleep this morning, and you're all caffeinated.
I slept in till 6:30 a.m.
Man, look at you.
Crazy. I think I was actually up around 5:30, but I think I dozed back off. Anyway.
All right, so here we go. This is our Looper listener poll, the top 5 Disney moms as voted on by our Super Loopers. Here we go. We had for we're gonna have to throw all these together because they all tied.
Oh, okay.
So these ones all tied for the top 5. This would be I guess number 5, 6, whatever. Your one of your favorites, Sarabi from The Lion King.
Nice.
She came in. Mrs. Potts.
Hey.
Beauty and the Beast. Look at you. You are like all over this.
It's because I followed the instructions.
Hey, you got the buzzer.
That's true. Don't make me break it out. I should have broke it out. I might. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
All right, we'll go buzzer free.
All right.
This time.
Also tied for number 5, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, would be Bambi's mom.
Okay.
I like Bambi's mom, but she wasn't there for long.
Well,
That's one of the things Disney does with their movies.
If they're in there, they're not in there very long normally.
And one of my favorites, Kala from Tarzan. So now we had a tie for number 2 as well.
Okay.
Tie for number 2. Our favorite, our number 1 and 2, Helen Parr from The Incredibles.
Yes.
Love her.
Yes, how could you not?
And tying her for number 2 was Queen Eleanor from Brave.
Ooh, yes.
I like that one. She almost made my list. But I had to go with Lily and Disney. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I did not follow the instructions or the rules I had set up. You set up the rules and you broke the rules.
Absolutely.
Oh, well.
That's the way we roll.
That's what we do.
And coming in number 1 for the ResortLoop.com Looper Listener Poll Top 5 Disney Moms, drum roll please, Mrs. Jumbo, Dumbo's mom.
There you go.
I'm telling you, you're made of stone if you're not crying with that one. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Rounding out our list was Andy's mom. This was a tie for our top 10. Andy's mom, Perdita, from 101 Dalmatians.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Frigga from Thor. So see?
Oh, okay.
See?
Someone with
Throwing
Marvel.
a little Marvel.
I like it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No.
Here's a couple that I was kind of shocked. They didn't make the top 10, but some folks threw these out there, and I kind of like them. Sarah, you know who Sarah is? You got to dig deep for this one.
I'm
brother.
digging. I'm coming up with like Starship songs. No, go.
No. Little Steve Perry. Oh, Sarah. Never mind.
That's Sherry.
We don't sing here.
Yeah,
we don't
you don't even have the right song. Go ahead.
Sarah is the mom in Carousel of Progress.
Oh,
I like that.
I love it. Love it.
I like that. The mom, any of the moms from Disney's 50s Primetime Cafe. How about that one?
Yeah.
Let's see, Ellie from Up, and there were a couple here that I gotta mention. Mickey Mutineers.
Yes.
Our pals over there. They said Mother Gothel from Tangled because Mother knows best. How about that one?
Alrighty.
Emily Hansa Hicks said Dumbo's mom, Bambi's mom, Queen Eleanor, and then she says they sure kill off a lot of moms.
Yeah.
Not to go dark here.
No.
Show, but
I mean, you remember Jasmine's mom? Boy, she wasn't even in the movie.
Oh,
she didn't even have a mom in that movie, Eric. Anyway.
Our good pal over in England, Steve Milsom Payne.
Yes,
we know Steve.
We do.
He was the one that voted for Perdita from 101 Dalmatians. One of the votes for the Perdita said, looking after 15 kids, 16 if you include the husband, needs the patience of a saint, but to take on another 84 is sheer madness.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness! So that was from our fantastic Looper listeners, the top 5 Disney moms voted on by you guys. Thank you so much, everybody that voted. And Tim, that is all I got.
I always love the Looper poll.
I do too. We're going to have another good one coming up. Should I announce it now?
Oh, I think we need to hold off.
I'll hold off.
Hold on.
Okay. We're getting back into the parks.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Oh, we're going to have some resort stuff coming up. We're going to cover some stuff here coming up. So I'm very excited.
Can I do a little teaser, Tim?
Yes, you may do a teaser. Yes.
Tuesday's show. Next Tuesday's show. I believe it's episode 118?
Should be 118, yes.
Episode 118 is going to be fantastic.
Yes.
We absolutely had a ball.
We did.
With that one.
Not that we record these out of order, but yes.
No, exactly.
It's a riot.
Well, we had a special guest.
Yes.
And we had to record when that guest was available. So there you go. I got to tease that.
I know you do.
Oh my gosh, that was fantastic.
I know.
That's all I'm going to say.
We better get out of here before something else happens.
And happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you Tuesday for a very fun show. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter at ResortLoop.Tim. And we have a website, ResortLoop.com, you might have heard about.
And I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter. Don't forget Facebook.com/Resort Loop. That's where you're going to find the Looper listener polls. Don't forget to rate us on iTunes. And where else can they listen, Tim?
You can always find us on the Stitcher. You can always rate us and review us there as well.
This what?
I know. Stitcher, blowing up.
The Stitcher.
Well, yes. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. You've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.